Good afternoon, traders. It's Friday, April 23rd. The markets are now closed. I opened up Webull, selected the markets tab. I'm looking at the top gainers one day, and we had a fairly decent day. A lot of stocks traded above 50% or gained above 50%. There's one ticker symbol in particular that really caught my eye because I've seen it hyped up a ton on YouTube. You can place your bets now as to which ticker symbol I'm going to be talking about. It's Mvis, Microvision. If you do a search on YouTube for Mvis, you're going to get tons of results of people that are hyping this thing, pumping this thing, analyzing this thing, everything and all things in between. So what is the deal with Mvis and hype stocks in general? Well, my opinion on hype stocks is, in general, you should stay away from them. If they do end up on the top gainers list or whatever screener criteria that you use, then you pull the chart up, you see a pattern that you would take, there's volume there, all the things that are needed to meet your criteria, then you can take a trade for sure. But if you're taking trades or investing solely based on hype, that is not a good habit to get into. And just to show you this is an unbiased opinion, let's go to my account. Obviously, this is my account if you watch my trade recaps. So this is stock P&L. This shows you every single ticker symbol that I've ever traded since I've had this account. So let's organize the list alphabetically. We can scroll down to the M's, and you'll see that there is no trades with Mvis. And that's just because it's never been on a list, a screener list that met my criteria. It's not because I'm biased against trading it or anything. So there's no Mvis there. And then let's go to the stocks page here. I have Mvis pulled up, positions. You can see I'm not holding any position there. So let's talk about this chart. This is the daily chart. At the end of 2020, Mvis was doing basically nothing, just trading sideways. And then in December, late December, the very end of 2020, it started to run up to about almost $10 here. Then sold off, and it took a long time to recover, but it did, and then broke out and shot up all the way to $24. There's a couple of suspect things already. Look at this massive volume here that ran this stock up to $10. It was almost 160 million shares. And then if you scroll through these daily candles and look at the volume, there was probably less than 150 million shares combined in this entire uptrend. So that's a little bit of a pause for the cause right there. And then the next thing you can look at is after it hit that $24, it sold off big time and chopped around all the way down. But now we finally have some well-defined areas of resistance and support based off of this consolidation area right here. And you can use these to decide if you're in a trade with Mvis, do you want to stay in it? Do you want to add to it? Do you want to sell it out? That kind of a thing. I'm not telling you what to do with your money, just trying to give you some ideas on how to read these charts, because there's a lot of people out there that are flashing this trading jargon and lingo and drawing lines on charts and making it look like they know what they're talking about, and they're suckering newer traders or investors into their idea. So I don't like to see that kind of thing happening. What I'd rather see happen is for you to learn how to read charts yourself and make decisions based on your own chart reading. I don't even use the news to tell me whether or not to trade anything or even to put something on my watch list, because news is just another way of hyping up stocks. If I don't see what I need in the chart and in the volume, then I don't take a trade. As simple as that. So what can we get from this chart? Well, after this thing sold off, it touched this level here at least 3 times. So this is an obvious strong level of support, or this $10 area. It's also where this thing peaked back here at the end of 2020 and then broke through. So that's a very strong area. If it breaks down below that area, then this stock is very weak. Doesn't mean it can't come back up, but it's a lot less likely if it breaks that area. Now, we also have a very strong level of resistance up here. This has been touched at least 4 or 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you could consider this one a 5th time, maybe even a 6th over here. So this is obviously a very strong level of resistance. We had really the second highest volume day since this December 2020 area, and it still wasn't able to break through that level. So I mean, it had to make a big move there, so that could be why, or it could be because that is such a strong resistance level that it's not going to be able to break that area. If it can break that area, then there may be some real strength here. We don't know, but you know now, based off of this chart in this consolidation area, that there are a lot of sellers in this area and there's a lot of buyers in this area. So that gives you a lot of information right there. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about this stock or reading charts in general is, look for these types of patterns, and the daily chart is a great place to find longer term extreme levels and make decisions on whether or not you want to take a trade or keep your position, add to it, whatever. So let me know if this was helpful to you. Hit the like button if it was, and let me know what you think about hype stocks in general anyway. Have you ever been burned by buying, trading a stock that was hyped up and, maybe you didn't do your homework, you just bought into the hype, or maybe you made money because it was a hype stock and you knew what you were doing. You saw the right stuff on the chart and you took a smart trade and it worked out. So let me know. And as always, have a plan going into any trade. Always take your stop losses, honor your profit targets, and in the long run, you should be green. Take care.